going on, tech tubers? It's Anima-tech here. Today's video is gonna cover setting up your tech lab. I can't stress this enough, for all you first liners out there, second liners, and pretty much anyone. If you're looking to get further in this industry, the first thing to do is to set yourself up a lab in your own environment or at work, wherever you get a chance to do. Today I'm just going to run through the first one. Well, I use VMware workstation. You can use Hyper-V in Windows 8.1 to Windows 10, I think 8 as well. All have those features enabled. I will have a video showing up on how to create a Hyper-V, how to enable it in these OSs. But from the get-go, I'm just going to start off with just talking about how to set one in VMware Player. As you can see, I've got Workstation up already. I've already got myself a Windows Server 2012. That's going to be a DC through the training sessions. But just to start off with, but when you start off, you need to make sure you segregate the environment. It should not be able to talk outside, especially if you're creating this in a work environment, testing some stuff out. If you have a DC which has DHCP enabled, DNS and everything, and it talks to the network, it could cause a few issues, as it will start leasing out IPs to maybe corporate machines. In a home environment, it's not a big deal, but I like to get you guys into the practice, well, good practice in order to get this going. So the first thing we're going to do is create our LAN environment. So in your VMware workstation, what you need to do is go to Edit, Virtual Network Editor. And as you can see, you've got all these three options. Now, if you see these options grayed out, that's because you'll need to run VMware Workstation as admin. So right click it, run as admin, and it all should be fine. Or just turn UNC off. That should resolve most of the issues. But if in doubt, just run as admin. As you can see, you have three virtual networks. You have the bridge, host only, and NAT. And as you can see, the actual information is bridge. I'll go through it quickly. It just connects directly to external network. So in a home environment, that should be fine. You should be good to go. But not advised in a work environment, not in a corporate environment. Should never do this. Only because you want to have it segregated. You want to be able to test. You want to be able to break it. Now, if you have a DC on there, it could cause all sorts of problems. There is ways around it, but just for good practice, just leave it. Leave it as it is. So it's a no-go for that. The NAT is basically if you want to give it internet connection, and you don't want to go through the virtual firewalls that I'm going to set up in later series, and you just want to say, you know what, I'm at home, I just want it connected to the internet, I don't really care. Both bridge and NAT would both work, but for this one we're only going to do is host only. And what we're going to do, as you can see, once you click on host only, or when you click on this, it creates you a separate one. You've already got in VMware one, which is host only, but for this one we're just going to choose let it create its own. And what I want to do is make sure DHCP, right, it's basically leasing IP addresses to your machines. You can have it two ways done. You can either have it done from your DC, or you can have it done from your network. Routers are capable of doing that, but for this, again, for practice worth and trying to get to know servers, I'd advise you get rid of use local DHCP to IP addresses. Let's just rely on the DC, let the DC do everything it needs to do. So once you've got that, let's see if we can yep, that's fine. That's okay. VMware add network. Okay, cool, that's fine. That's okay. I think that's about it. As you can see, we've disabled it, so there should be no DHCP going over. Click apply, stopping that service, DHC starting DHC local. Okay guys, so once you've done that, all you need to do is select the virtual machine server you have in your environment, right click it, click settings, select network adapter. As you can see in device status, needs to be connected on. Network connection shows you the bridge connection, NAT, host only, and custom is the one you actually need. We have a section here called LAN segments, which I will cover in another video, but for this purposes only, all you need to do is click on the drop down menu. As you remember, virtual machine network 8 is the one we chose, VMnet 8. If you select that, click OK. That should apply, and now this server is actually on that segregated network. You could just power it on and it should start up, and it should have no internet connection on there. If you click yes to that. Right guys, I've just continued. As you can see, my server's just starting up. What you need to do is just double check there, see if it's got that little screen with the yellow exclamation mark on it. That should be you done. If you want to test this, all you got to do is make sure you have another machine in the environment connected to the VMnet 8 and ping each machine. But for this case, since we haven't actually set the DC up and we haven't actually set the servers up, I will not be able to do that. That'll be in another video. So guys, again, if you like this video and you want to see some more, like, comment and subscribe.